My name is Dave Lavadier, and I'm the president and co-founder of Boston Brick and Stone. We started the company in 1992, and today we specialize in the historical restorations of chimneys, as well as other parts of the building, but mostly masonry and stone. We're here at the north rim of the Grand Canyon, restoring the boiler chimney on the other side of the lodge. This was a very complicated job. It took years of planning and logistics to make it come and happen. And here we are. We're in November of 2022, and I'd like to show you around. We're here at the Visitor Center, the North Rim, and behind me is a sign that tells you about the lodge. Construction started in 1928, but unfortunately it burned down in 1932. We're rebuilding the chimney from the roof line up, and we found a source of stone to use, which is the same stone that it was built out of, and we're taking meticulous care to rebuild it the way it used to look. The biggest challenge we faced in planning this job was performing the masonry work in temperatures that get down to 10 degrees. The other challenge was the access. The boiler chimney is on the opposite side of the lodge, right next to the canyon. And as you can see, this pathway is the only way that we can get there. It was virtually impossible for us to carry the amount of materials out of there and in there by hand. That's why we needed the crane.
I'm Jason with Boston Brick and Stone, and I'm one of the lead masons here on this project. And my main job is to prepare the stone before it's set up on the chimney. And we have to test every stone to make sure that it's in good shape and it's not going to crumble away. So we get a dry stack built and determine a good pattern.
What we're looking at now is the chimney hot box. One of the requirements of the cold weather masonry procedure is that all components in the masonry structure must be kept above 40 degrees for at least 24 hours. Because this is a national park, we're keeping it above 40 degrees for 48 hours. In order to achieve that with temperatures that go down to 10 degrees, we have to build an insulated enclosure around the chimney. As you can see, this is 2-inch insulated panels which we have constructed on the ground, hoisted up and put into place. As the chimney goes up, this whole hot box goes up with it. The working platforms, the insulated panels, the heaters on the inside. The stone is actually heated in a hot box in a container on the other side of the lodge before it is hoisted up over here and onto the scaffold where it's laid. The water is heated and the mortar is heated. All components are heated and kept well above 40 degrees for at least 48 hours and for 12 hours before they're put up there.
Hi, how are you? My name's Burton Caraher, and I am a quality control manager for Boston Brick and Stone. The company I've lived with is a family for almost 20 years. So part of the process to bring this chimney back to its original historical value is to take into consideration how it was originally done. We basically have to match mortar colors. We have to match design in the actual stone itself, the angles, the protrusions, we call them character stones, things like that to blend the original structure into the new structure. The stones themselves, I would say on the average, are somewhere between 90 and 160 pounds apiece. And the structure that we're building from grade to the top of the chimney is about 42 feet. So each and every stone has to be fabricated, cleaned, taken down, brought back up, and put into place. To do that, it's just a monumental effort.
My name is Samuel Lopez, and I'm working in this Boston Brick and Stone, this company, for a long time, 28 year or 29 year working, make chimneys and driveways, a lot of brick work and stone. And we're so happy right here and working in this, the Grand Canyon.
So I am Omar Garza with Mouse Engineering, the structural engineer on the project. I've been working with Boston Brick for a long time now, and work on a bunch of projects together. This one is particularly exciting. It's a restoration, and we have to deal with existing conditions and how they are going to relate with new conditions. This particular project, we took the chimney down to the roof line, and then we're tying it with rebar into the existing stone masonry, and continuing that up to the new rebuilt section. And we actually designed all of that for wind loads, seismic loads, to make sure we have overall stability of the structure under any sort of imposed load. And right now, I'm out here taking a look and just observing the concrete mixing, some stone masonry layup, doing some quality assurance, quality control at the request of the National Park Services. So we love being involved on it. It's a fun project.
I'm James Schaefer. I'm a construction control representative for the Grand Canyon National Park. So I oversee maintenance and construction projects throughout the park. So the NPS has a dual part to their mission statement, and the first part of that is to preserve the natural and cultural resources. And this is a significant cultural resource. So by preserving this chimney, this was one of the only remaining parts of the building when it burnt down in the 30s. And by maintaining as much of the historic fabric of this chimney as possible, we have preserved a cultural icon to the National Park Service.